Hey there, Abundant Life Living family. How are y'all doing? I am super, super excited to be on. And when I say that, I really do mean it. I am super, super excited to be on. And I just was thinking about, I've been doing this for a minute now. And I can remember first starting and how nervous and just kind of a hot mess that I would be in just getting on. And I've gotten I feel so much more comfortable, but I do love sharing with you all. I do love sharing the kind of the downloads that I get from my life experience, with the hopes that as I share my experience, that it is encouraging and motivating you, and just inspiring you to take action. So I am Tonya LaShawn Bryant, the owner of Abundant Life Living, where I support women in their journey to overcome fear and procrastination, really through learning how to shift their mindset. Now, whenever I come live, I always call my time with the peeps, with this community, a dose of encouragement, because I believe that I am here to really encourage, motivate, and inspire folks to do what? To live that abundant life, the absolute fullness of life, that Zoe life. And so I am super thrilled to be on today. Now, last week, now this is just as a disclaimer, this is a pre-recorded video. I told you guys before, some of you, a lot of you should know, those that rock with me should know that I am a full-time student. So I'm currently pursuing my Masters of Social Work degree, Masters of Social Work degree, and I am so thrilled to be in the program that I'm in. I'm so thrilled because this me going back to school, right? Me becoming a full-time student, me focusing really on expanding my mind and expanding Tonya, so that I can really fulfill those things that God's called me to do. It's been a challenge. It's been wonderful. It's been exciting. It's been scary. It's been all of that, right? And so I said all of that to because I shared this before, that with my schedule, I'm not busy. I had a friend, I text her the other day, and she didn't get back to me for a minute, and and I was like, "Oh, it's okay. I understand that you're a busy woman." And she almost she corrected me in a really sweet, wonderful way. And she said, "I don't like to use the word busy." And you know what? And I absolutely, and it's so funny when she said that, because when I was reading the text that I was sending, because I always try to reread the text so I can make sure I'm making sense, because I'll be saying all kinds of crazy stuff when it comes to spelling. When I saw that word busy, and something inside of me was like, I should probably replace that. And so when she texted back and said, I don't like to use the word busy, she says, I like to use the word productive or effective, or some word that I absolutely love. And I got to remember what she said, but because oftentimes we can be busy. We can be busy, busy, busybodies doing stuff, but not getting anywhere. And so I have a lot going on. And so I want to be effective. So I've had to shift my whole live stream thing, and so there's times when I am live, and I normally put it in the notes, or in the announcement when I come on, that I'm actually live. um, um, or there's times that I record, because of my schedule and how things roll and rock. It's so much more effective because I have purpose, and it's like I have a mandate, from God, that I have to make sure that creating content that's going to motivate, encourage, and inspire you. Now, just for some of those that are new to me, I totally rock with God, and I talk about Him and all things spiritual. I'll weave that in my discussion. I'm very unapologetic. You don't have to believe the way that I believe, and that is absolutely fine. But I do, and so I just want to kind of forewarn you that through my conversation with you, you're gonna hear God, Jesus, all of that spiritual stuff as well. Okay, because that is who I am, and that is a part of me, and that has helped me be the woman that I am today. So I'm very unapologetic about that, but I just wanted to make sure I throw that out, because if I'm not your cup of tea, that is absolutely fine. I encourage you to find someone that, folks that you can resonate more with, if I'm not. So I just wanted to let you know, but all are welcome. All are welcome to my lives. Okay, so I this is a recorded video because of my schedule. This works so well, and I wanted to make sure to provide you with content. Okay. All right, let me get going, because I'm feeling a little chatty Cathy. I've been chatting and just talking, and so let me get to my point here that I want to talk about for this segment of A Dose of Encouragement. All right. So last week I talked about, because this is what, the second week of August, right? We're in a new month, and we know that August, and if you don't know, August kind of represents this idea of a new beginning, a fresh start. So the number eight. So August, so the number eight, because August is the eighth month, eight represents this new beginning. And so last week I talked about that we have to begin to walk in this newness, right? And so today I want to talk about it's time to expand, right? And this correlates with this freshness and this newness that we are experiencing as we enter into or we're as we not enter as we walk through the month of August. And so my topic today is it's time to expand. And my let's see, I guess I have it all the way up. For some reason, I know what, maybe my room is kind of a mess, so I'm hiding stuff from you all. I'm just gonna be real transparent. And so this is bugging. Let's see. Okay. All right, that's a little better. All right. At any rate, it's time to expand. It's time to expand. And so, as I said, August is the month of new beginnings, right? And I think I even challenged in my weekly empowerment video that I send out to all my peeps that rock with me. And so make sure that you are on my mailing list, so that way you're able to get weekly encouragements from me. But for my folks that rock with me, the weekly video email that I sent out, I talked about this idea of new beginnings, and that as we enter into August, we need to set our mind on the newness. Right, we can get caught up in the minutia of doing things and all of that, but we need to begin to set our minds on the freshness, on the newness, right? And so this idea of new, as I was preparing for today, I was like, okay, it's time to expand, because that correlates with this whole idea of new, right? We need to expand. So Tonya, what do you mean? Well, I looked up the word to expand, and there's a multitude of definitions, and you know that I'm all about definitions, because I like to get understanding. So I looked up the word expand, and I did not write I'm going to read you some of the definitions of expand. So to expand, it's a verb, so it's an action word, right? It's an action word. That means you got to do something, right? So to expand, it means to increase in extent, size, volume, scope, right? It means to spread or stretch out, to unfold, to express in a fuller form or greater detail, to develop. Oh, I love this, right? Then there was one definition that I really love that just got me. And where did it go? Or did I already say it? To spread out, to unfold, oh, it also means to well, I said increase or grow in extent. See, we should be growing daily, right? We should be expanding, right? Our hair follicles, our hair is constantly growing, right? Um, Even when you're shaving it off, like, and then again, all this here in the back is shaved, and then I have a little piece up here that I weave in to kind of have my little look that I like, that I like. But all of this here gets shaved off. As the other on Saturday, I got a haircut, right? But if I let this go, for like a couple of weeks, I'll have a little afro on the side and in the back. Because our hair is constantly growing. God in his infinite wisdom, we're always growing. Right now, the earth is spinning, the earth is moving, the earth is, it's moving, it's taking some action. And so we need to we need to be always expanding. And so my title today is It's Time to Expand. And really, it's probably should say we need to continue to expand. We need to continue to grow. We need to continue to grow. So even as we are in this new month of August, which really is all about newness, in order for us to embrace the newness, we have to, or to grow, right, or to expand. When we talk about new, we talk about recently come into existence. We talk about unfamiliar, right? So we're in this new season, this new opportunity for us to begin to grow and expand. Well, in order for us to do that, we've got to make sure that we're not holding on to stuff that's going to hinder us from walking into the new or expanding or growing. We got to get rid of the old. And that could be in so many arenas. So many different avenues. We've got to get rid of the old. What are the old mindsets that you're holding on to that's preventing you from expanding, that's preventing you from growing, right? Maybe it's time for you need to get a new look. So maybe you need to get a haircut, or you need to shift you need to change your hair. And that's what I love, as a Black woman, as a women in general. I mean, right now my hair is that long, but tomorrow I could have long hair flowing down my back, right? I could go get a wig, I could go get a weave, I could go do whatever, and women, we're always changing up things, right? So you need to kind of do a self-evaluation. Is there some things that you need to begin to shift, some things that you need to begin to change? Right, you're making those donuts. That commercial. It's time to make the donuts. You've been getting in. You're in that rut. You're in that routine. And because you're in that routine, it can hinder you from walking into your new. You want something fresh, you want something new, but you're stuck in the routine because you're not willing to grow. You're not willing to expand, right? It's time for you to expand. You should be, again, I need to check. You should be expanding, What are you doing to expand? What are you doing to grow so that you can walk into that new, so that you can live that abundant life? See, I had to begin to expand my mind, right? I share with many of you. When I first started my college degree back in 1986, the degree that I was going to pursue was social work. But because I was afraid, because I was green and I just was like, I'm just going to be way too attached, I did not pursue it. And so now life has brought me full circle. And I am doing the very thing that I believed I was purposed to do back in 1986. I don't have any regrets. I thank God for the experiences that I have, to get me to this point, right? So I'm embracing the new, even though Father told me that I felt like back in 1986 I should have been pursuing this. But because I am a yes to whatever Father has for me to do, right? It's not that I'm getting this social work degree so that I can go work, a billion years and get the company pin, and retire from social work. Absolutely not. It's a part of the plan. Yes, I'll probably work for a company for a couple of years and what have you. As a matter of fact, I'm on a scholarship. And so the scholarship that I have does require me to go work for an agency and that's fine because I know it's going to fly by. Right. But I believe that I'm supposed to have my social work degree because it's a part of my life. It's a part of the plan. It's a part of the destiny, God's plan for my life to help me do what? To live that abundant life. And I love now that I'm pursuing this degree. I mean, I'm doing, like, I've got straight A's, right? I'm writing papers. And is it super, super easy? Absolutely not. There's times like, oh God, what was I thinking? And you just go through those moments. But I'm embracing what I believe Father has called me to do, or a component of what I'm supposed to be doing out when we look at the scheme of what my life entails, right? And so I had to go back to school to get the education, right? So I'm back in school because what am I doing? I'm increasing my knowledge. I'm growing, right? I'm expanding my academic knowledge. I'm expanding my insight. I believe that God has called me to counsel. I coach. It really kind of aligns. Everything that I'm doing aligns with what I believe God has for me. So I'm expanding. But in order for me to expand, I had to let go of the old, right? I had to let go of this comfortable mindset that, okay, I have a 9 to 5. It was a good job. I had to let go of that. And I probably could have stayed with the job and did this program, but I didn't want to do that because I knew that I needed to be all in. I knew that I needed to be all in. And again, and I know folks, that there are many folks. I did it before when I was pursuing another degree. I worked full time, and my husband did it. So no shade, no nothing. But for me, I knew that because of the practicum and the certain things where I'm at in my life, I needed to let go of what was comfortable so that I can embrace the new, right? I had to let go of what I thought, of what I knew, so that I could go into this new place, this unfamiliar place, right? So that I can live that abundant life and be who God's called me to be. And so my topic again is, it's time to expand. But in order for us to embrace the new and to expand, we've got to let go of the old. We've got to let go of the past. We got to get rid of the old. And I'm reminded of a scripture in Mark chapter 2. And this is a passage of scripture where Matthew or Matthew, John, the disciples, they're talking, or Jesus is talking about putting new wine, or you can't put new wine in the in old wineskins, right? So in order for you to embrace the new, you've got to get rid of the old. And so in Mark chapter 2 verse 22, I'm going to read that passage of scripture. It says, no one, so Mark chapter 2, verse 22, it says, no one puts, and I'm reading from the Amplified Bible, no one puts new wine into old wineskin. Otherwise, the fermenting wine will expand and burst the skins, and the wine is lost as well as the wineskin. But new wine must be put into new wineskins. And so I did a little research on that whole process. So let's look at, what did I do really? Um, okay, so I did, and okay, let me go back to my history. I want to, I call myself being, oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, so I was doing a little research on the internet, and I came across this kind of explanation of a lesson about new wine and old wineskins. So it says in ancient times, people made wine through fermentation or the process of aging wine. Okay. And we still go through that whole process today, when it comes to making wine. And there's lots of different beverages that go through this fermentation process. It says new unused wineskins, usually made from the skin of a goat or a lamb, were the primary vessels for the aging process. Right, so they had a new wineskin. Then they took it from the skin of an animal, goat or lamb, that was created, right? It says the new wineskins were filled with the unfermented juice. In other words, the juice that had not gone through the process, right? This is the brand new juice. So it says the new wineskin were filled with the unfermented juice and left to age for a period, left to grow, to mature, to develop. Then it says gases formed within the wineskin as the flavor, the color, the balance, and the boutique of the wine grew. Right? So you've got the new wine in this new wineskin, right? And it says because the wineskin was new, get this, it could expand and hold both the wine and the gases. So that wine is in that new wineskin, and it's going through the process, right? It's going through the actions, it's going through the development, it's going through the processing, right? And so that wineskin, um, so as it's going through that fermentation process, there's gases and all of these chemical reactions that begin to manifest as a result of this fermenting process. And it says, however, if someone poured the unfermented juice, or that new juice that hadn't gone through the process, if they put it into the old wineskin, the forming gases cause the skin to burst, right? Because that old wineskin, it's been stretched already, right? It's thin, it's rigid and brittle. It making it impossible to embrace this new process, right? See, so I hope you're getting this. See, in order for you to expand, in order for you to embrace the new, you've got to get rid of the old. And this is what this is talking about. It says if someone poured unfermented juice into an old wineskin, the forming gases causes the skin to burst. As a result, they lose both the new wine and the old wineskin. Right? So as you embrace the new, In order to embrace the new, you've got to get rid of the old. What old mindsets are you holding on to? What old stuff are you holding on to? One of the many things that I've done is as it relates to entrepreneurial ventures is I sell jewelry. And so you can see these, I love these fabulous earrings I sell the paparazzi jewelry. The name of my paparazzi business is Abundant Life Bling, right? We're at fun, fabulous, affordable jewelry, right? And so I had been letting my stuff sit. I've been collecting stuff each month, and especially with the pandemic, because a lot of times I would go out and do a lot of vendor shows. Well, with the pandemic, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that at all. But I was still continuing to be a part. And so yesterday, I have another room dedicated. It's got all my jewelry. So I've been going through, I've got this new jewelry, and I've got kind of some of my vintage jewelry, and I've been going through and preparing and getting myself ready to start selling. As a matter of fact, I have a Facebook group, and so I've been going in there and showing my jewelry. But I had to go through this process, right? I had to get stuff in order. I had to get rid of old. There was some old stuff, old stuff that I had that I needed to refurbish. I needed to really kind of get myself in order. See, in this process of you getting rid of preparing or expanding yourself for the new, you've got to get rid of the old, right? So I physically had some old stuff that I needed to get rid of, old displays, just old stuff. I had to begin to set it up. And so now it's fresh and new. I was in my room earlier. Behind me is my little earring case with my little kind of my more daintier jewelry. And I was going through and getting that in order, right? So as we expand, we've got to begin to get ourselves in order, right? So sometimes the new is is not necessarily something brand new, but it's you reconfiguring, right? You getting the right mindset in order to embrace the new, in order to expand and to grow in this season, in this month, as we get ready. We're entering into the last quarter of the year. There is much time left. There's much time left for the goals and things that you have set for yourself, but you've got to begin to deal with your mindset. You've got to begin to shift your mindset. See, even in me dealing with my jewelry, I had to shift my mindset. I had to begin to see, the new, putting my new jewelry in, right? Cleaning out, dusting off stuff. And getting ready to move forward as I sell. I've been doing a few vendor events, but I've been going online and doing stuff that requires me to be in order, to have some semblance of order, so that I can show the fabulous jewelry that I have. Right? It's time for you to expand. But in order for you to expand, you've got to make room for the new. You've got to get rid of these old mindsets. Right? You got to pour into yourself. You got to, and even as I've embraced going to school and doing the various things, I'm having to shift my mindset, how I think about things, right? I had to get rid of, because when we talk about mindset, you guys know a mindset is an attitude or a cluster of thoughts with attached information and emotions that generate a particular perception. See, I have to get rid of the way I maybe have saw certain things. I had to get rid of that. I had to begin to shift my mindset and begin to get rid of the old thoughts that I had, to embrace and the new in order to be able to expand. I just want you to be encouraged that there is there is a fresh thing that God is doing in your life, that He wants to do. But you've got to make sure that you are ready to let go of the stuff that may have that you may have done, habits, mindsets, perceptions, all of that. You've got to get you've got to begin to shift that so that you can embrace the new. I want to thank you guys so much for joining. I've kind of went a little long arm a little shorter. It's almost been quite half an hour. But again, I want to thank you so much for rocking with me. As I've been talking about this new, I have a workshop that is going to take place on August. I had to look at my calendar, August 25th. It's scrolling on the bottom of my screen. It's how to free your mind from anxiety workshop. And so this workshop really is designed to help you just do that. Begin to free your mind. Begin to give you some practical steps and strategies of how can you begin to free your mind from anxiety. Anxiety is one of the, I think, one of the foes, if you will, that hinders us from moving forward. Because anxiety is in that whole family, that whole fear family. And so we have anxiety, right? And it stops us from doing so much. And so I want to help you begin to overcome and deal with that anxiety so that you can expand the mind, you can expand your life, you can expand you and begin to live that abundant life. So this workshop is taking place on Thursday, August 25th. It is a live workshop. You can actually, you know what? While I'm going to give you, I did a little promo. And so let me pull that up. Let me stop all my banners really quick. Uh, so let's stop that. And then that way you'll be able to see it. And then I'll talk a little bit more about it on the other side. Here we go. This is all about the workshop.
Hi there, it's me, Tonya Bryant with Abundant Life Living. And I want to ask you a few questions. Are you always worried, just filled with anxiety, just so uneasy because of life? Well, if that's you, it may be that you have an anxious mindset. And I want to help you free your mind from that anxiety. I will be conducting a workshop on how to free your mind from anxiety on Thursday, August 25th at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. Now, this workshop is a part of my Transforming Your Mindset program, which was designed to give you tools to help you overcome the obstacles that life may bring you so that you can experience success and live what? An abundant life. You can go to abdlifeliving.com/transform in order to register for the workshop. It's so time for you to live that abundant life. And that really comes through you learning how to shift and transform your mindset. Again, you can go to abdlifeliving.com/transform in order to register. I look forward to seeing you at the workshop. Bye now.
Okay, so that in a nutshell really talks about the workshop and that it's really going to help you overcome that the uneasiness and the worry that we deal with, right? Anxiety stops us from living that abundant life, and I want to give you the strategies. And so, as I said during the little promo, is this workshop is a part of my monthly Transform Your Mindset program. And so every month when you join the program, it allows you you get a free 50-minute workshop. Well, it's that is facilitated by me. So you will get handouts, you will get just it's an interactive workshop to really give you strategies to help you live that abundant life. This Transform Your Mindset. Let me pull up my little blurb on it. Okay, so each month, as a part of this Transforming Your Mindset program, I do a workshop. right? And so you get a 50-minute workshop, you get the handouts, you'll get access to the replay. When you're a part of this program, the program, like I said in the promo, it's really designed to give you tools to help you transform and shift your mindset in order to overcome those obstacles that kind of haunt us sometimes in our life, so that you can begin to experience success in your life. And so I'm all about giving you the tools, equipping and showing you how. I am such a how-to chick, right? Such a how-to chick. And so I like to teach people how to live this abundant life, how to transform your mindset. And so this program, like I said, it's a month-to-month program. You can go to abdlifeliving.com/um, transform in order to register. Also, it gives you additional information. When you are a part of this program, there is a multitude of benefits that you get. So like I said, each month you get a interactive 50-minute workshop that's facilitated by myself, that is going to give you some practical tools to help you transform your mindset. In addition, you receive handouts, PowerPoints. When you join the program, you also receive a daily mindset affirmation digital download. One of the ways that I have been able to really begin to deal with this mind is through my daily affirmations, is through my confessions of what I'm saying and what I'm speaking over my life. And so I go through this ritual, this routine where I am listening and then I'm speaking certain things over my life. I'm speaking and creating my environment so that I can live that abundant life, so I can manifest that abundant life in my everyday life, right? Additionally, when you sign up with this program, you also get discounts to any upcoming programs and classes that I may have. Also, if you stick with the program for 6 consecutive months, you get a one-on-one coaching session with me, where we will really coach around any area that you want support in, right? And so that really in itself is valued like at 282 dollars just for that session. So again, you after 6 consecutive months in the program, you do get that coaching session. What's great about this program is you can stop at any time. So you may, have been with me for 6 months and you're thinking, you know what, Tanya, I want to elevate to another program. No problem. Or you're like, I got the necessary tools that I need, so I'm ready to move on. And so that's what this program really is designed to give you, those tools to help you implement them in your life. In addition to being a part of the program, there is a private Facebook group, and then just a multitude of things that I will throw in, that I'm not even going to tell you about, just for being a part of the program. I'm all about empowering and strengthening women to just live their best lives. And I believe that that only comes really through you dealing with the mindset. Your mindset is the key to your success. Wrong mindset, you're not going to have the best life, I don't believe, right? And so I think we have to really begin to shift our mindset. And so I am here for that. I am here to help you in that process. I want to encourage you again to register for the workshop, How to Free Your Mind from Anxiety. It's going to take place Thursday, August 25th at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time on Zoom. You can go to abdlifeliving.com in order to .com/transfer form in order to register. I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Um, just make sure you have your notifications on. I'll be popping on. Again, I don't have a set time that I do come on. I do come on weekly, right? And so I just encourage you to make sure that you're setting your notifications so that way you know when I'm live, or I'm uploaded a video to help you, to give you some great content to help you live what? An abundant life. God bless you. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye now.